I really felt that I went on a spiritual journey in 2020 when I was creating this album. And so the title of the album really reflects that in terms of just embodying that energy of the spirituality, knowing you're on the right track, knowing that you're moving towards everything that you should be moving towards. I think that that was a spirit and an energy I tried to embody while I was creating the project. 333 being angel numbers usually mean you're on the right track and your guides are protecting you and everything is going according to plan. We seasonally, as music listeners, tend to listen to a lot of different vibes depending on the weather or our moods or how we're feeling. Like, I know that when it's super cold out or like it's rainy, I tend to listen to a totally different playlist than I do when it's sunny and I want to feel energized. And so I think actually a lot of 333 feels like a summer playlist type song because it's got that carefree, fun energy that just makes you want to dance and get on your feet and be with your friends and like roll the windows down and drive fast. And those are all what I think make good summer anthems. Hey, what's up MTV News? I'm Tinashe and these are my top 5 favorite summer anthems. My first favorite summer anthem is Teenage Dream by Katy Perry. That song to me embodies both just an anthem and that summery, carefree, falling in love, summer romance, teenager vibe that like I love so much. I just think the melodies in that song are unreal. Always loved that song since it came out, still to this day. And Katy Perry is like one of my favorite pop girls. I got to tour with her in 2015 and we had a blast. So much love to Katy Perry. My next favorite summer anthem is probably Big Bank Take Lil Bank by YG. I think this song was popping like 2 summers ago, which was like my last full summer out of the house. Like we're just getting out the house this summer, but like 2 summers ago, I was in these streets. And that song was a banger. I was listening to her everywhere I went. I'm honestly like a really big YG fan. Like his music just like does something to me. It just like gives me that like West Coast ignorant energy that I need and I want in my summer nights. I mean, like YG's lyrics are just like so simple and like funny, and I mean they all have like a West Coast sonic vibe, like in terms of like BPM and tempo and just like performance and how he spits on the track. But yeah, it's just that like ignorant, like I don't give a fuck, like I'm gonna just do whatever I want to do and like be whoever I want to be, and like if anybody has a problem with that, that's your problem. I feel like that's the kind of energy that YG's music really embodies. My next favorite summer anthem is actually one of my songs that came out in 2016. It's called Super Love. It is so summery. The video we shot on the beach. It's one of my favorite videos that I've done. It was like we did a spin on Baywatch and we had like Baywatch, like B-A-E, like Baywatch onesies, and we were like saving the men that were drowning and giving them mouth to mouth. And then we had like a whole dance sequence in the sand. We like built this platform. Hannah Lux Davis directed it. She's amazing. It was just like one of my favorite videos that I've done. I think that record was slept on, so I'm just, you know, gonna keep promoting her years later, but Super Love has definitely got that summery, upbeat, fun energy. My next favorite summer anthem, and this is number 4, I'm gonna go with Ventura Highway by America. And this is like a throwback jam. I think this song probably came out in like the 70s or the 80s, I don't know. It's an old one, but I really got to be a fan of America because my grandma had an America CD at her house, and I would visit my grandma every summer, and every summer I would listen to that America CD. And so I think maybe that's partially why I associate it with summer, but it's got this beautiful guitar riff that is just chef's kiss amazing. And I think Janet Jackson sampled that guitar riff in one of her songs as well because it's just so good. She had to bring it back. My favorite thing about listening to like throwback jams or old music, my favorite thing about America is the actual instrumentation, the guitar riffs and the production. I think that was so beautiful and special at the time that everything was really raw instrumentationally. Nowadays we use a lot more 808s and synthesizers, and that stuff is all great and amazing, but to be able to incorporate a lot of those live elements, the strings, the bass. I definitely wanted to do that on this project, 333. My last favorite summer anthem is Pasadena from my new album, 333, because to me it feels like the beginning of summer when you're just so excited to finally get outside and you're thinking that you're gonna have all these amazing experiences and you're kind of looking at the year through these kind of rose-tinted glasses, and I just love that energy. And I think Pasadena really embodies that. The video embodies that free-spiritedness, and so that's why I'm gonna pick it as my fifth summer anthem. I think I've grown a lot since putting out Songs for You. I think Songs for You was a great project for me because it was my first project as an independent artist, so it was off the bat the first one that I put out without the support of a record label behind me. And I didn't really know how that was gonna go. I didn't know how people were going to feel about it or like accept me. It was kind of like, we'll see what happens. Whereas now with 333, I think I've been an independent artist for a little bit longer. I'm much more confident in myself and in my art and in this project. I've had a lot more time to like plan the rollout and make sure that everything is amazing and on point. So I feel like I'm definitely in alignment, on the right track, and I think that my fans will tell the difference as well when they listen to this project, that maybe I'm just a little bit more evolved, a little bit more, you know, confident and grown up and happier as well. I think, you know, Songs for You had a lot of like angst and maybe like some sadness in it, and this album is a lot more evolved from there.